guys, so we're back from Texas Frightmare Weekend. We had a blast there. It's definitely going to be something we're going to have to try doing every year. We all ended up loving it. I think it was the challenge for my husband on why he loved it so much. But anyway, I'm going to have to break these videos up into several because I just got so much stuff while I was there. I kind of went crazy, and just if I seen something, I set a budget, and if I seen something I liked, I got it. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do this in different videos, because also I want to kind of give my opinion on some of these people. I will say, I feel like, let me just remind everybody, we're all human, obviously. Some people have good days, some people have bad days. Maybe I caught some of these people on a good day, maybe I caught some of them on a bad day, but I'm going to give my honest opinion based on my experience. Obviously other people might have had a better experience or a worse experience, but I feel, it's my first time doing this, so I kind of want to give an opinion on my experience. So we're going to talk about a couple this time, and I'll do another video and we'll be talking about it, and then I'll do a haul video. I think it opened at 6 and we got in line. We were there for about 40 minutes. It was hot, but as soon as we went in, obviously everybody went straight to the lines of the people that they were wanting to get signed. And I had a backpack on and my daughter had a backpack on, and how we did it was she had like the flats, all the flat items that needed to be signed, and I had like the pins, the masks, props, that kind of thing in my backpack. So whenever we would get in a line, she would turn around, I'd pull that item out, and then I would turn around and be like, okay, I need this color, and she would get my backpack and then she would pull it out. It worked so good that way. It was fast, man. That's how we're going to do it forever. But anyway, so as I was getting an item for a person that I wanted in front of me, I turned around and seen that this guy's booth was completely empty and I needed him. I was like, oh my God, I'm just going to take the opportunity to do this now. So my very, very first signer ever in person was Zach Galligan. And I got my gizmo, my flocked gizmo signed by him. I do have it on like one of these hard cases, so I hope you can see it. Hopefully it kind of stands out a little bit now. I turned the light down a little bit, but anyway, he signed it. I was so nervous going up to him. He took the item, took my pen and everything. And he was like, okay, where do you want it signed and what do you want it to say and everything? And I was like, look, this is my first time. I'd never done this before. You're the expert. You do it. I swear to God, this man was like, oh my God, is it really your first time? I was like, yeah, it is. He said, well, come here. So he ended up getting me. He signed it. He did all this on his own. It is inscribed with Billy there. And then he was like, well, get over here. We got to take a picture too. I was like, yeah, we'll take a picture. He's like, is this your family? And I was like, yeah, that's my family. So I actually went up to my husband and shook his hand, and we all ended up posing for the picture. So all these pictures I will put at the end of the video, but this man was so freaking nice. And of course I hit the JSA table before I left. No way in hell was I not getting that on my pieces. So the next item here, I am such a fan of this character. And that is Quinn Lord. I love Sam. I had to hit it. I already have this autograph, but I don't have it in this color. So it's not picking up on camera, I don't think, really well. It's like a bright orange. And I have another pop signed in more like of a dark colored orange. So I wanted to go ahead and get this one done too. I will say that out of all the people that we met, I feel like when we met was a little more awkward, I guess, because when you have two people who are kind of shy, and you kind of look for the other person to carry on the conversation just to keep it going and be less awkward, neither me nor him could do that. So we were just kind of there with each other, like, but he was so sweet. Don't get me wrong. This guy was so sweet. It was just, I don't know. I'm not the type of person to just go up to somebody and say, oh my God, I love your character and you're absolutely amazing. They hear that shit all the time. I didn't want to be like that. But anyway, yeah, he, I think out of everybody, me and him were kind of the most alike. So it made for kind of an awkward situation, but he was still so sweet. And I ended up getting a picture with him as well. And actually, I was ready to leave after he signed it. We did the picture, and everyone always sticks around to talk, and I didn't want to hold up the line. So I was getting my thing. I was like, okay, well, thank you, and he was like, oh, you're leaving already? So he was kind of shocked about it, but it was, it was awkward. I didn't know what to say. He really didn't know what to say. Okay, so this next piece here, this was the person I was the most excited to meet. As a matter of fact, y'all are probably going to be like, what? Are you serious? Yes, I don't know what it is about this person, but I don't know. She just fascinates me. And that is Bonnie Aarons. So I got her to sign this, and she ended up having another piece on her table that I loved the image to, and I ended up picking it up as well. So one thing I just want to forewarn everybody about is she signs with a heavy hand. Um, she signed this other piece in a Sharpie, and then this was my paint pen here. And you can see where she puts the pressure on everything, and it kind of like smudges just a little bit from the pressure of the pen. So that, I look at it and it's like, dang it, there's a couple of streaks in it and stuff where it's just so, I don't know if it's shaky or what, but anyway, I still love what she did with it. And let me just say, this woman was so sweet. My husband thought that she was rude because he couldn't hear her from being farther away. And she was just so soft spoken. It's crazy. I thought she was going to be like this really bubbly, I don't know. I just, in my mind, she was a bubbly person. And when you meet her, she's not. She's just very sweet and soft spoken. Like, she definitely talks to you and you alone. She doesn't make it to where anybody else can hear. And I think that kind of came off maybe another way, because when you're in line, you're like, God, is she even talking to these people? But I swear to God, she is. So it's so funny. Let me show you this piece real quick before I tell you the story. But this is the other one here. I love this image. It's such a good one. So creepy. So, and she signed it with a Sharpie on this one. But I did not get this one certified because she handed it back to me and she touched the end here. So there is a little bit of, it looks like a streak, but it's actually her fingerprint. She touched it when it was wet and she handed it back like that. So it's her fingerprint that's on there. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyway, this is just a little personal piece for me. I didn't get this one certified, but I did with this one. So there's the back of it right there. So as we were getting the picture, I have two pictures and I will post those as well, but the one that's blurry is because she come up and she looked at me, and then she turned around, she looked at my daughter, and she was like, we could be sisters. Because we all three have big noses, and my daughter was like, what? It was so funny, but it cracked us all up. And then the woman actually took the picture as, we were all cracking up laughing because we were moving. It came out blurry. So she had to redo the picture, but she was such a sweetheart. And anyway, that was my first haul here. I don't want these videos to drag on too terribly long. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be doing part 2 right after this. So I will see you guys then. Bye, y'all.